Hey guys, we're almost here in Buckhannon, West Virginia to get the dogs tested finally. We got about 15 minutes till we get there. I'm excited, a little bit nervous because Sean from Longspur made the tracks a lot harder than they had to be. I think he just wants to push us and see what we're made of. But I'm looking forward to this afternoon of running the dogs and spending time with the guys from Longspur. Got my shotgun rider here to he can't even to help videotape a little bit, and it's supposed to keep me company during the drive, but she slept like 2 out of the 2.5 hours, so it is what it is. But I'll let Sean describe the tracks and how he laid them and everything, and the requirements for the dogs to pass whenever we get there. But we'll see in a bit.
She's got bloodhound in her. She's
Yes.
purebred.
She's half bloodhound, half black and tan.
Oh, okay. That's why she doesn't have that big old bulky size like Huck has going on with her.
She's starting to feel out a little bit.
Pretty cool.
So can you explain the details of this pack a little bit?
I can do that. The first one we'll start down here is wounded game tracking 2. And the reason we call it wounded game tracking is, as a tracker, you can, if you're out of the South, you can request a hog track, you can request a deer track, a bear track, whatever. Of course, we're focusing on deer today because that's your main tracking thing going on up where you're at.
Yep.
Wounded game tracking 2, minimum 500 yards, 5 to 6 in that area. Sometimes we'll take them further. In this heat, we try to stay at the minimum. Less than 1 ounce of blood. There's interdigital on this, and about an 8-hour to 9-hour delay. So that's where we're at right now, and we'll see where we get end up here. Yeah, this will be interesting. Like I say, there is one wound bed.
Okay.
On this bed.
Okay.
In front.
Come here, girl. Hey, stop. Okay, track it. Track it. Come on. This way. Come on. Search. Dolly, come on, track. Come on.
Why do you think she brought you to a 90 and worked it out, and the guy here wanted to go in this low spot?
What's that?
Why she brought you to a 90, worked it out, came up here, and then brought you back into a real low spot in the swamp?
I just feel like this kind of area almost holds scent and kind of swirls it.
Yeah, like a scent pool. Because
Yeah.
scent goes usually to the lowest place, like water does, and it'll lay. Probably smells a lot like a deer right in there.
Yeah. Come on. that it's not going any farther than this point here. Both my dogs are very good at going. Maybe the most I've seen them go is like 20 yards past like a backtrack or something.
Okay.
And then they'll stop and they just kind of do that, just circle around and wind scent. Yep. Yep. Come on, Dolly. Right in here somewhere. Wherever she stopped and was sniffing the patted down area.
Okay. Probably right in here.
Yes.
And I can guarantee it's probably been 15 years ago across the track.
Yeah, for sure.
This is one of those favorite cruising areas.
Come on. Search. There's poop. Come on.
One of the things we notice, and I'm sure you have before too on tracks, is that a stream crossing. If the deer crossed here, you'll pick up a sign 5 yards, 10 yards above the stream where they've exerted themselves.
Right.
Either jumped or, you know, a lot of streams or hollows, it's uphill on the other side, so they start exerting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or you may not have any blood to the stream, and then all of a sudden you pick up the blood trail again.
Right. But it's the farthest track we ever did with timber was 3 miles, and the last mile and a half we didn't have anything until it crossed the creek. But it was real watered down, and it was a deep creek, so like it got in there and re-wet all the blood that was on its side.
And it started dripping off.
Yeah, but then it was just like right off the side, and then it was done again. All right, come on, come on, come on, search, come on, come on, up.
tractor in very many field settings?
Yes and no. I wouldn't say it's not like every time or anything like that, but no.
Does she head up track a lot?
It just depends on what time. This kind of area, yeah. In areas like with the field where it's going to hold scent a lot more, she's a lot more down.
Because you're going to get a lot of evaporation.
Right.
A cut surface.
No, leave it.
One of my favorite, one of my terrier's favorite places to catch kittens is into this machine.
Have you ever seen a female pee so much to like mark her territory?
Yeah.
I thought that was a male thing, but the last 3 months she's just been doing it.
Is she like dominant with timber?
Yeah, until she gets her ass kicked.
Yeah,
but
it's just a dominance action thing.
Okay.
More dominant females more than bark. Brought you to it, but she skipped over the bed.
Oh. Okay.
Okay? I mean, she's able to do it. She's trying to work her way out of it because she was doing it.
Yeah. That's one thing I never do during our tracks is make mock beds.
Yeah.
Just because I don't feel like carrying more stuff than I have to.
Right. I carry just a little plastic jar of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Mark a bed, and then I soak that hair as soon as I get to the bed, just in more blood or scent, just to give it a scent.
That's if I do anything, I'll kick up an area so that way it's visible to me, and I'll squirt a little bit of extra blood in it, and that's about it.
So, yeah. Why is the bed so important on, let's say, a gut or liver shot deer? Why is that first bed so important? 2 reasons.
Well, the main thing is it's a confirmation for me, but and it's almost confirmation for her too, because it's it's more scent. It's more like, okay, I'm on the right track.
Of course, and the main reason why, if it's an unmolested track or coyotes don't bother or something, that deer should be dead right there.
Yeah.
If that hunter didn't follow it. If he did follow it or the coyotes followed it, usually we know it's not far from here. Because they usually don't go much further than that first bed if they're, shot back.
Right.
Yeah.
Dolly, get down.
Single lung hits.
Yeah.
You might find 3 or 4 beds.
Right. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, good girl. Dolly. Dolly, search. Dolly, here. Looky. Hey, look. Look, what's this? Hey, search. Come on, let's go.
Well, she did good. She did good. She came right up here and she worked. And she was on track right there. She worked the cut mark.
I kind of figured there's just something.
Yeah.
That or it's already starting to dissipate over here. Yeah. So she's working this way back to the bed to get the stronger scent again. Okay.
So it's cooling down.
Yeah.
Cool air sinks, hot air rises.
I knew it was either going to go this way or up that little trail right there, and she was just too afraid to to walk up it. Dolly. Come on. All right. Come here. Come on, search. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl.
What we see a lot whenever we Okay. We're out here, we're getting ready to start a WGT 3. This is our hardest test. It's designed, it's a test of the tracking team, not just a test of the dog, not just a test of the tracker, but the team itself. This track in particularly is 1,473 feet, or yards, excuse me. About 8/10 of a mile. It's meant to replicate a single lung hit deer that will bed 2 or 3 times and get up and keep going on you until you finally find it dead or you run it down and have to dispatch. So this deer bedded twice. There are 4 trail markers that are dowel rods in the ground on the track with ribbon tied off. As I state trail marker, there's 2 bed markers. You got to come back with both bed markers. And we'd like for you to come back with 2 trail markers, but I understand if you miss them. The bed markers are plenty.
Maybe they cut a corner or something.
Yeah, right. So the trail markers are pretty much there for your benefit to know you're on track. Right. Timber here, he's wearing a TT25 Garmin collar. The track is saved in my Alpha. I will be watching from afar, see how you go. I will be at the end. I'll stay with you until I think he's gonna track. Here, I'm staying right here. I see he's tracking, I'm out of here. Okay, you have a radio. At any point you feel you're confused or he's confused and you're not going to be able to finish the track, just park it where you're at, give me a yell on the radio. I will come to you and we will run the track together. That way you know how it was set, why I set it the way I did, and anything like that. If you run it to completion, please ask any questions at that point about maybe why I did something that I did.
Okay.
This track, the WGT3, has to have a woodland component in it. As you see, that's where we're starting at. Has to have a field component. Has to have a transition component, which is pavement, gravel, or dirt. And has to have a water crossing or wetland crossing. You will find that on this track.
Okay.
Okay, all those parameters are met. It was set in 20 minutes, will be a full 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay, set it at 4 o'clock yesterday evening. We're almost there.
Yep.
So it'll meet those parameters by the time you get to the finish line. I'll set the clock at 2 hours. If it hits 2 hours, that doesn't mean you fail. I'll yell at you on the radio and see what's going on. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you alone.
Okay.
Okay? I hope you enjoy the walk.
Yeah, me too.
It's steep West Virginia ground. There's 600 feet of elevational change along this track.
Okay.
So, the deer beds are placed in areas where deer would bed, where deer have bedded before on us on this property. So we know where they bed at, march back trails and stuff like that. So this is a realistic track. If you pass this one, good team. Great team.
All right.
Okay?
Yep.
So I'll hand you radio.
Search. Search. Okay, so we're starting with a straight up. Wearing this out from the get-go. I don't like it. I'm not going to record a whole lot because my battery's already down to like 30%, so all right guys, well, we're getting on our first confirmation marker here. Good boy, Timber. This is just a trail marker. Let's see what this says on here. Trail marker number 1. Okay, so we didn't miss anything either, so we got at least one trail marker. It's awesome. Okay. I definitely know now that Timber's locked on. I'm feeling a lot better now. So hopefully we can keep this up. Timber's actually tracking slow. I think that walking here wore him out pretty good, because that once we started, that little bit of it was like 100 yards straight up. That was nowhere close to what we walked just to get to the hit site. So we were both pretty wore out. Took a good break, and then once we got there, Timber threw up his breakfast. So it definitely, but it's good that it got him calmed down and has him in the right mindset here. Try to conserve this battery. Holy cow, I'm down to 22% already. Okay. We found the first bed. Okay. Good job, buddy. Let's keep going. Whew. Keep tracking, bud. Track. Let's. Well, what are you quitting for? Let's go. Track. We just actually kind of restarted because Timber got way off. We got that first marker, and then we kind of went on this heavy deer trail and got off. And Sean met us down by the road, and said it's up to you guys what you want to do, but you did overshoot the trail. So it was up to us, if we wanted to call it quits or if we want to come back up. But I ain't a quitter, and neither is Timber, and we're both really worn out, so we're taking this really nice and slow. Oh, maybe. What's up, guys? We just stopped here on the way home at Starbucks to get the dogs some free pup cups. Get some puppy ice cream to celebrate their Alright, now it's time for me to enjoy my Starbucks after it falls out a little bit. I can't get it through the straw. But you've seen all of Dolly's track. She did really well. She passed the WGT 2 test, and Timber did very well on the level 3 up until we got to the cutback. And I talked to Sean about it there at the end. And I'll probably just play the bits and pieces of when we were farther out, when we were messing up, when we were off track and everything, so you can see a little bit more of this track, where all we went and everything like that. But Sean said that nobody has passed that test yet. It's very hard, and you know, we did very well. And everywhere most people fail at is the cutback, if they even make it that far. So we'll keep practicing, and hopefully we'll try it again before hunting season this year. But we did do good enough on the level 3 that Sean passed Timber for the level 2 test. So at least, you know, even though I wanted so badly to be the first one to pass the level 3, I'm very happy that both dogs at least got certified for WGT 2 testing. And we got our little hatch here. Has a long spur on it, WGT 2 on it. And then we'll be getting another one of the newer ones. Once they come in, they'll mail it to us. But it was a long, fun day. Definitely got definitely worn out a lot. You know, them West Virginia mountains are no joke. But hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends and family the page, and keep checking in. Actually, you don't really have to check in if you subscribe, because you'll get, it'll be a lot easier to find our videos throughout the summer here, getting ready. And like I said, hopefully do the level 3 test again, because I want to pass it. So I'm very proud of the dogs, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.